Hello guys, I'm gonna do 100 Alleyways maps, tier 16 Alleyways. We're gonna run corrupted ones, so there'll be Chisels, Hulks, Chaos, Scours, Walls, and we'll also run 2 fragments. These are not expensive ones, like half a C max. Then Awakened Sextants, Gilded Metamorph Scarabs. Now, these are like 5C. You can buy for 3 or 4C, but if you want to buy in bulk, then you'll have to pay more. So it's around 5C. And Rusted Shape Scarabs just to add a little bit extra monsters. They're very cheap, like half a C. Well worth it. Now you can do also polished Metamorph Scarabs. They're just 1C, and it's totally viable. Like Gilded Metamorph, they just add more options for like currencies, divinations, whatever. So it's just when you have a lot more currency, then Gilded obviously will be better, but if you are a bit low on currency, then Polished is definitely a very good option. Now, so we have 100 maps that are already rolled and corrupted. So we'll also do Scourge. We'll also do Scourge maps. So I filtered out the ones that have Nemesis. That means more rare monsters. So these are the ones that we'll put in a Crucible to Scourge. And then we will also run them when we roll the Sextants. Reflected players cannot take reflected damage, and he has mirrored rare monsters, or if we get a Sextant, 5 additional packs of rare monsters. I'm not sure those Sextants do anything for Scourged, but just in case, I'll just run them when I roll those Sextants. And unit will obviously run those when we get unidentified Sextant, but it's very, very rare. I already run like 200 Alleyways maps, and I got this unit Sextant maybe once, so we will run them just like that. They still add extra quantity just by being unidentified. Now, why is Alleyways? It costs around 5C if you want to buy in bulk, but you can also buy around 3 or 4, or you can Horizon Orbit our T16 maps to get them. I will include all the prices, all the investment costs in a spreadsheet a little bit later. And why is Alleyways good is because of this divination card. Obviously, any map is good, but you get this divination card and it drops quite well. Like in 100 maps, maybe I got. I'm expecting to get like 30 or even more because they drop quite well. And Exalt price is very high right now, like 150C. So it's well worth it running Alleyways, and it's also a good, decent layout. It's not amazing layout, but it's decent linear layout. And yeah, and you do get a lot of those cards, so it's a nice way to get some Exalted Orbs. Now for buffs, so we have chance to drop Synthesis map. It's a very good one. You do get like 1 in 10, basically. So those maps sell like 60, 70C, and obviously if you get Cortex, then it's almost free Exalts, maybe, something like that. Then we also have grants additional missions. So I was doing some syndicate farming. So this is really nice to get some additional missions. And also will be useful when for Nico to get some sulfite. So this one I like. I could have gone with the increased watchstone modifiers, but thing is that the ones that I'm running with increased pack size, so 25%, it's not gonna increase it to 4%. And I rolled this myself, so I spent like maybe 1,000 alterations. Obviously, this 3% pack size is really rare to get, but I got lucky. And this one is really nice because we'll also be doing Sirus. So we have +1 awakening level and 50% chance to get the support gem. we can support gem. So this one was very nicely rolled because you have pack size plus chance to gain double progress. Obviously, I'm not gonna include the Sirus loot in these runs, but I'm still gonna do it, and it's really nice to have the extra pack size from Crusaders and just to mix it up, just to run Sirus a bit. It's really good. That's it for buffs. Also for favorite maps, so here I have Ashenwood, which is in bulk, it sells around maybe 8 or 10 C, which is really good. I think, I'm not 100%, but I think maps drop. Map drops depends. First they check the region, and then after that they check the map. So I don't think if I just, for example, had the tropical island here and I took away everything else, that I would get more tropical island. I think it checks region first, so it makes sense to have Ashenwood here, which is a popular map, and then here I have tropical island, and here we have core. I don't know why people run core, but it is worth a lot. So trying to get these maps as well, and Mud Geyser. So they're all like probably tropical island is the best one, but Mud Geyser and Core and Ashenwood, they also like almost 10 C per map. It's really nice. And for item filter, I'm running Never Sinks Uber Strict modified. So I modified it myself just to include some things like heavy belts. So these heavy belts, they're all like free C per heavy belt. You can sell one heavy belt for free chaos, which is crazy because you can get the map in the map. You can sometimes get more than 10. So I guess people are chancing the Mage Blood. So it's really nice profit to. You can chance them yourself, but it's really nice to pick them up and sell them. Very nice money. And also, so we have some bad mods like Reflect here, but it doesn't matter because if we roll the Sextant, that we cannot take reflected damage. It won't matter. And this one, Leech, I cannot run. I only have 3 cannot Leech, but it doesn't matter because I have a Totem character. So I will run these with my Totem character. So for the buffs we have, so we have Metamorph buffs here. So Metamorph drops additional item as sample, and you can assemble another Metamorph after that. So with a Scarab you get 2 samples. Trade real quick. So with the Scarabs you get 2 samples, and this one will give you 3 samples. And after that you can assemble another one, but it won't give you samples anymore unless you had double bosses. And here is just chance for double rewards, and Metamorphs have more life. So basically if you have a very squishy character, you can probably not do it, like a bow character that is really expensive bow character to be able to do this. But if you have like a mine or totem character, it's really easy. I will show you. You just stand outside the range and just wait until that Metamorph dies. So it's really easy. And then we also have here Harvest. So June is really good to run as well. Syndicate if you want to do that. But we're going with Harvest here. So sometimes we get the Harvest like 1 in 5 or 6 maps, and then we can sell those crafts. For example, key reforge, all rare, key prefixes. Those sell like over Exalt, and then you can get lucky and have like a fractured craft, which is like 12 Exalts. So we can make some money from that. We'll see where we get. So as you can see here, we have 1000 more life, 100 more damage. But like with a totem character, it doesn't matter. We have taunt totems, so we just move out of range, place our totems. Like this might be hard with like a squish character or melee character, but with a bow character, if you have a lot of damage and far shot, so you can outrange it, you can just stay out of range kind of. But it's really easy with a totem character. So you just stay and wait until it dies. So yeah, we get 3 samples here and then you can do another one, another assembly. So for the costs we didn't need to use many chaos to reroll some bad mods. So 400 chisels, then some Scour Orbs to make maps normal and then chisel them. 100 Alchemy Orbs, so we're gonna use around 200 sextants, give or take 400 maps. Then 100 Val Orbs, 100 Gilded Meteor Scarabs, 5C each. You can do it cheaper, but it will be around that. And rest of shape of Scarabs, very cheap, just 50C, and some Sacrifice Fragments. They give 5% increased quantity, so we're gonna use 2 of them. And Alleyways map themselves, you can get them cheaper, like 4C for 1, or you can use Horizon Orbs, but I'll just add this price, let's say 5C per map. So total we have 1920 chaos, which is around 13 exiles. So that's the investment. Let's see how much we can make. Right, so let's take a look at the loot. Made a whole folder for this. So already sorted it. So we have here some blight maps. Not too many. So I will price a lot of stuff with Ninja, because it's way too much to price everything, but some of the stuff you cannot price with bulk selling tool, but a lot of the stuff I will. So this is my blight tab. Now special map tab, it's Guardian maps and Shaper maps. This is like 20C, 10C each. Only got 2 synthesis maps, which is a bit unlucky because I was farming before and I was getting like every 10 maps I was getting a synthesis map. So I actually only got 1 of them, and another one was from Harvest. A bit unlucky there. These good maps, it's like tropical islands. The ones I favorited, so tropical islands, Core, Mudgazer, and Ashenwood. So most of the maps were Ashenwood because I think it has something to do, because I was farming in this region and I have Ashenwood as my favorite here. So they drop more than the other ones I favorited in other regions, which is a bit interesting. And this is tier 14 to 15 maps. So mostly it was tier 16 maps, so a large majority here. These are like lower maps below tier 14 and some unique maps. I will price everything in the spreadsheet later. You will be able to see some essences. So this is like a harvest profit. So I turned 1 ash into Chayula and 1 toll into Chayula, so a bunch of profit there, and 1 Karui into Marketh from harvest. And I got 2 keep suffixes and reroll with lucky values. So those sell for like 1.2 exalts. So from harvest I expected a bit more, but like you can get really lucky with harvest. You can get like fracture crafts, which are worth like 12 exalt, augments like 6, 7, or 8 exalts. So we didn't get too lucky, but we still got like 5 exalt profit from that. Bunch of drops. It's not worth too much, like 50 chaos, 6 link soul mantle, enlighten. So it will be worth like 4 exalts because we almost leveled it to 3. And unnatural instinct, that's like 3 exalts, and we got corrupted abyss jewel with cannot inflict corrupted blood, which we sold for 3 exalts. And we have some bunch of stuff here, but I don't know if it will sell, but it's not really, not gonna include that. And diff cards. Contracts, so some so this is like a better ones: deception, perception, replicas, trinkets, and unusual gems. One thing to mention is that our investment was 1920 exalt chaos, so that's like 13 exalt. Yeah, so we got 7 pure exalt drops and exactly 30 since treasure cards. So that's 6 and 7, that's 13 exalt. So basically all our investment is paid just from pure exalt drops and from the drop cards, and everything else is profit. It's a bunch of lower level contracts, some delirium drops, a bunch of fossils. We get a lot from Metamorphs and from Scourge maps as well. Got a bunch of those, and Scarabs as well. A lot of catalysts, so a good chunk of profit there, and a whole bunch of currency. Now, I did price all of them with Ninja, but thing is with Ninja, it won't give you 100% accurate price, because I saw some things like Orbs of Unmaking going for free chaos. You calculate it as free chaos, but it's actually more like 15 or 14 chaos. So it's not going to be 100% accurate, and it's more on the low side. So you can actually get more for things like catalysts. They price them a bit low because I was selling catalysts before, and you can sell way above the lowest price, and there's also price fixing and stuff like that. So I mean, it's way too much to price everything yourself. So, but Ninja, pricing with Ninja, so it won't be 100% accurate. You can add a little bit more to the value you get from Ninja, basically. This also, we got this from Harvest. It will be worth like 75 chaos. Bunch of stuff here and some expedition loot. These maps are like 35 to 40 C, and that's it. And if you want to include heavy belts as well, it's almost 2 quad taps. It will be worth like 4 or 5 exalts, maybe more. Now let's take a look at the spreadsheet. So these are like Elder Shaper maps, synthesis maps, the good maps, core, the ones I've favorited. So you can see totals here in chaos. Blight, not too much. Now all other maps is quite a lot of value from that. We got 312 T14 to tier 16 maps. Some essences, harvest crafts. We didn't get too much, but still we got something. And I did include a lot of like reroll implicits, like change resistances, reroll values with lucky modifiers, stuff like that. So I've been using them myself. So there's some good stuff there, but not gonna be included here. And our drops, so we got the Abyss Jewel Assault for 3 exalts, Enlightened Wind Reaper, and Unnatural Instinct. And I didn't include Sirus loot in this, but it was part of, we did like 4 Sirus fights with his Guardians. So if you wanna include that as part of a farm, this is like 11 exalts from that, but I didn't include it in totals. Divination cards, contracts, delirium, fossils, scarabs. I thought it would be a little bit more with scarabs, but that's what Ninja gave me. I thought it would be a little bit more. It's probably is a bit more than this. Catalysts and currency. So the whole just pure currency is almost, it's like 10 exalts worth. Just currency drops, some expedition, fragments like splinters and legion fragments. And our investment was 1,120, and just from Saint cards and pure exalt drops we got 1,150. So that basically paid for our whole investment. So this is the grand total. This is the profit made, and it will be like 70 exalts. That's not included Sirus. So if you include Sirus, that's another 11 exalts on top of this. And if you don't trust Ninja, it gives you a price a bit on the lower end, so it can be a little bit more than this. So it took roughly like 10 to 12 hours. So if you want to go by hour, it'll be like 7 or 8 exalts per hour, which is not bad. For next up, I will do 100 maps in Valdo's Rest. I'm not sure what I'm gonna go for yet. I did farm a little bit here, but we'll see. I'm gonna do T16 maps again, and I will come up with a strategy. There is obviously you can do Delirium, but Delirium, if you want to invest in like applying orbs to the maps, so it's very high investment. And I think Delirium without Headhunter, obviously, I will probably buy a Headhunter, but without Headhunter, you're not gonna get the full value if you want to do Delirium, I think. But we will see what I'm gonna do here. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.